Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Michael, and I am the first half of Mike and Elise. And today's video, this should be the first video I post. If not, I'm sorry. But today's video is kind of going to be an introduction to service dog training for you guys. Now, Elise, I want to make this very clear for the viewers out there, for all of you guys. I want to make this very clear. Elise is fully trained. She is a medical, psychiatric, and light mobility alert service dog. And the purpose of today's video is to help you guys who want to train your own service dogs and self-train. Now, these videos, if you are not legally disabled, if you don't need a dog, it is a federal offense to fake a service animal. So if you don't need a service animal and you want to train a service dog, please don't. This video is meant for real handlers who really need this type of video. So first thing I'm going to do is introduce you to some tools that I'm going to be using today, just all the stuff that's going to be used. So the first thing that's going to be used is her e-collar, which I will make a full video on e-collars since there are so many misconceptions. So I'm going to make a full video on like what I did and what I do. Obviously she has the remote, and her voltage unfortunately has to be kind of high. It's 15 because she doesn't respond to anything lower than that, but her responses are never goes higher than 18. Her responses aren't negative. I always check in with her, treat her after she does the right thing. It's never a negative experience with an e-collar. So the next thing I'm going to use, I'm going to grab it from behind the camera. The next thing that's going to be used is a clicker and a treat pouch. These are the two most important things you could be using to train a dog. It is very important. It is very important that you use lots of praise and definitely lots of high-value treats. If your dog doesn't like treats, praise would do it, and I personally clicker trained. So the focus of today's video, I'm going to focus on 5 things, 5 simple steps. Now, Elise, I'm going to put her on a leash for some of this to kind of teach you how to do it with a leash. But for a majority of the video, Elise will not have a leash on. So I will be right back, and I will let you guys know everything that we're going to be doing in this video. Alright, sorry for that quick interruption. So the things, oh, by the way, that is the second half of Mike and Elise. Today's video is mainly going to be focusing on 5 beginning steps. That's why this video is going to be kind of long. The first step is clicker training your dog, in case there are some of you who would like to clicker train. If you do not, in the description there will be time marks where we'll be to teach how to teach all of these. And so I will spend a good amount of time on each one. So we're going to start with the clicker training. The second thing we're going to learn is a sit. These are very generic things to learn right now, but it is very important that your dog knows the basics. Elise will be vested for this because there are people who will try to distract her. They'll come outside and they'll talk to her, and I don't need them to do that, so it says written all over here, don't talk to me, working. So hopefully they won't talk to her because I can't afford for her to be distracted right now. I've been having a really bad week. This is also to strengthen her training. She's been getting some anxiety in public. So we're just going to go back to the basics, get her used to her new vest, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and take this water bowl and these bags off of her and kind of work up to it. So I have this water bowl, and I'll take off the bags real quick, and then I'll be back. So I kind of realized that the most important patches are actually on her bags. So unfortunately, they're going to have to stay on. But if she gets too hot, I'm going to be taking the vest off completely. I don't want to get her too used to a light vest because of the stuff that I'm going to have to put back on her. And the vest is a fairly heavy vest. So clicker training, and then we're going to learn sit. I'm going to go through the basics. And then we're going to learn down, as in lay down. however you want to use it. I use German commands. So my commands are going to be in German. I'll also use the English commands to kind of let you guys know what's happening, but her commands are in German. The next thing we're going to learn is stay, only because that's easier than the last one, which is paw. I personally find paw really hard to teach. It's not as hard with a really treat, active, motivated dog, but the thing with Elise is she's not very... she is active, but sometimes it's really hard to get her to do active things. So those are the 5 basic things we're going to learn, and we are going to start with clicker training. I'm sorry you cannot see my face at all. You can only see my dog. And now she's left. Ellie, come. Sit. So the first thing we are going to be learning is clicker training. For this experience, you're going to need a clicker, obviously, and treats or praise. My treat pouch clicks onto my jeans, so I got in luck with that. So just a basic warning, Elise does know all of these, so this is just pure review for her. So you're going to click it and then treat. And that's basically how you clicker train. Leave it, sit. Then when she does something right, click, treat. Focus. Yes. And you this click means treat. And you just do it over and over again until eventually they'll learn that the sound of the clicker actually means treat, and they'll look at you. Stay. Stay. But I heard someone say it's fine. Okay. So that is basically clicker training. It's really not a long process at all. So it's really easy. So I'm actually going to be demonstrating the clicker just to basically show you guys how that's going to work. Now we are going to learn sit. Now sit is a very simple command to teach. Ellie, stand. Stand. Okay. You're just going to take the treat and lower their head back and click. Now Elise does already know this. Come here. And if you actually do this hand signal, that actually will help the dog sit. Boost. Ellie. Sit. Setzen. Braverhund. Now just so you know, setzen or setz means sit. Braverhund or braver, which I'm going to be using, is good dog or good. Just so you know. Just so that I'm not confusing you. So that is basically sit. Eventually you should get to this point. Ellie, come here. Setzen. Where you don't even have to use the hand signal. Now you can, Ellie, boost. I got to a point where my dog uses only hand signals, and then only German, and then only English. And sometimes she'll use just sound cues. Come. A click of my tongue means sit. So she's done very well with that. I love her vest. So professional. Boost. Boost. Ellie, boost. Setzen. Braver. She gets very good at training. So the next thing we're going to learn is down. For some dogs, down is more complicated than it should be. So basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these high-value treats along with my clicker. I'm going to close my treat bag because it's going to fall open when I do this. I'm going to kind of get down on her level, show her the treat, get her interested in it, and then most dogs will come after the treat. She will not. Yes, good girl, Platz. Braver. And then you just do that over and over again. I'm going to show you one more time, just to make sure. Setzen. Setzen. You're going to want to make sure, for me it's easier to teach the dog sit first. You can just teach the dog down. By the way, plots means down. So let's try this again. So you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna get a high value treat, and you're just gonna kind of lower your dog to the floor. When they lay down, click and treat. It's that simple. Like I said before, Elise does know this stuff, so it seems easy. Let's prazer. Prazer. So you probably didn't notice what happened. Halt. Bleib. Yes, good girl. So bleib means stay. Halt means stop, which is what I use for her light mobility commands. But there are some people coming out here, and she has a really strong anxiety when it comes to people around here, because a lot of people try to pet her. So I just said, Blotz, stay, and when she stayed, good girl. So now we're going to work on stay. Stay, Blotz. So to work on stay, it's going to be very simple. Ellie, come here. Setze. I would personally try the sit stay, only because it's a lot more difficult. So you're going to want to start by getting your dog's attention. Ellie, focus. Good girl. Stay. So when you hold your hand out, that actually gives them more incentive to stay. So you're going to walk back, click when they don't move, and treat. And then you can start by going further different distances. Bleib. And then you can wait. Good. Stay. Then you're going to use the command. Yep. Stay. And that's the basics. Sit. Hey.